tuned into The Truth with G. Inspire, educate, and uplift. If you can't handle the truth, this ain't the show for you. The truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So sit back, relax, and buckle up and enjoy this ride.
The Truth with G. The Truth with G. The Truth with G.
All right. Welcome back to the show. You're now listening to The Truth with G on WPMM Internet Radio. I am your boy, Gerald Graham. You know me as G. Once again, we are back to talk about the issues that matter to you and your community. It's Monday, people. It's Monday. We were back on the grind once again after a very short weekend. I went to sleep Friday night, woke up, it was Monday morning. Weekend went by so quick. But I hope you guys had a good weekend. Hope you got out and did something productive. Had to some fun. Take the stress load off your shoulders. And, trying to enjoy life. That's what I hope that my people are doing out there. But I want to thank you once again for joining me right here on WPMM at the 6 o'clock hour for The Truth with G, as we are here every Monday and Thursday. I tell you, I almost didn't make it today. I promise you, I didn't. I was on the hustle, and I was about 10 seconds away from posting that I wasn't doing a live show today, but I was able to get here. So hopefully I have somebody out there listening to me today. But thank you so very much for tuning in to the show. I want to thank my listeners, my first-time listeners, my part-time listeners, my frequent listeners, and my ride or dies. I want to thank each and every one of you for tuning in to the show. Over 4 years we've been doing this, so I really do appreciate the support. And we're going to see what we can do to keep this thing going. Like I said, it's been 4.5 years. July will make 5 years. We're going to do everything that we can to get to the finish line. And the finish line ain't until everybody is aware of what's going on. So, but today's show, we're going to be talking about some things on today's show. And I wasn't going to talk about anything serious today on the show. I was just going to do football today. Because I tell you, the stress load is tremendous. It's tremendous right now. And my mental status is not at its peak right about now. And I didn't want to do anything serious today, but I have to. So y'all bear with me today. But anyway, WPMM online radio, we play the best in R&B, jazz, neo soul, independent, hip hop, and old school music. You can go to the website WPMMradio.com and listen to the show. You can also go to TuneIn and iTunes, and you can tell Alexa to play WPMM. She will oblige as well. You can also, we're live on Facebook. We should be on the WPMM page. Somebody should connect us. I still got to get the correct information for it to automatically load on WPMM Facebook page. We still got to work that out, but we're going to get that done. Also, if you have somebody that's listening that may not be tech savvy, just text them, WPMMradio.com. Put that in the message field. All they have to do is click on it, hit play, and they can listen to the show from there as well. But if you're on Facebook, go ahead and share. Also, if you're on Facebook, I want to hear from you. So drop your comments into the comment section. We'll read your comment, and we'll discuss your comment. As long as your comment is something pertinent. Y'all know how I do it. I don't say discuss. I know my people don't put nothing stupid up there, but I don't discuss anything that's not worthy of talking about. So also, y'all know I don't do any type of gossip. I don't do hearsay. I don't do mess. I don't do any of that. So y'all know how we roll on the Truth with G. So, but then drop your comment in there. That when we're talking football, if you want to talk trash, when we're talking football, I can take that. But when we talk about serious issues that matter, we only want to deal with facts. So. But anyway, the views and opinions expressed by individual radio hosts and guests are of their own. It does not necessarily reflect the official policy or the position of WPMM Radio. WPMM does not intend to align with any religion, ethnic group, company, individual, or anyone or anything. All right, now that we have that out the way, and y'all bear with me, y'all. You know, I'm squinting really, really bad today because I can't see with the crap right now. Um, I've explained to my long time, my ride or dies know how my eyes work. And you know, for your first time, if you see me squinting, or if I go to read something and you think that I'm illiterate, I'm not illiterate. It's just because I can't see what I'm reading. I look at a computer screen for 8 straight freaking hours a day, and once I get off that computer screen, my eyes are shot. It takes a minute for my eyes to focus again. Um, Usually, it takes about 3 hours for my eyes to focus once I get off that computer screen. And in the meantime, I try to read stuff, and it just don't come like it used to. You know, I was almost at the 50 mark before I had to put these spectacles on, and up until then, I had 20/20 vision my whole life. So it's, you know, had to make that adjustment. But anyway, let's talk about some things today. Let's talk about I want to talk about the hurricane. We're gonna kind of keep focused on the hurricane right now. Then we're gonna switch over to some football. The hurricanes. You know, we just had we still are dealing with the aftermath of Hurricane Helene. Hurricane Helene came through and did tremendous amount of damage. They hadn't finished assessing the damage, but once they do finish it, the monetary amount is going to be astronomical as far as what it's going to take to rebuild. But more importantly, it took a human lives. 200 plus lives were lost in the storm, and you know, I'm sure those people who lost loved ones would rather have lost their homes, or rather have lost a car, or rather have lost their place of employment than to lose a loved one. But 200 and some odd people perished due to the storm and the aftermath of the storm. Anytime, and just let you guys know, anytime that there's a storm, and someone dies in the storm, if it's counted as a storm-related death, it doesn't have to take place while the storm is actively hitting your area. Any death that storm contributes to, for instance, so let me give you an example of what I'm talking about. Like if the storm passes and oh my God, we tripping. But if the storm, let's say the storm done passed over, and now you're dealing with floodwaters, and somebody get caught up in floodwaters in a current or what have you, and they die. Now that death is going to be contributed to the storm. It's going to be as a result of the storm, even though it didn't happen during the storm. The conditions of the storm caused the reason for their death, so it's going to be counted as a storm-related death. So, over 200 died in the storm, and I'm trying to get the information here to see what according to FEMA, and I was looking up at FEMA information. According to FEMA put the death toll at 230. Is where the death toll stands as it stands right now, and some of these deaths are being reported late because they're just now able to get into some areas, and you know, search and rescue is underway, and they're finding people as they search for survivors, if you will. So that's another reason why the toll goes up. And one of the reasons why I want to talk about the storms today is because, you know, we should be talking about the lives that were lost. We should be talking about how we're going to rebuild. We should be talking about how to get information on as far as your insurance, and we should be talking about Red Cross and how to get aid and how to get how to get food, water to your particular area. Those are the things that we should be talking about in the aftermath of a storm. However, we're living in different times now, and before I go on WPMM radio, I'm not sure what's going on, but if you're listening on WPMM radio for whatever reason, and I don't know, I keep getting kicked off on WPMM radio. So I apologize for that if you're listening on the app or on the website. I'm not sure what's happening with that. My apologies. As I sit here and talk, we're going to try to get it straightened out. But y'all know I can't walk and chew gum at the same time. So but my apologies if you're listening to on the stream on WPMMradio.com or if you're on the app. My apologies because we keep getting kicked off and I'm not sure why. So I'm apologize. Like I said, it's hard for me to talk and do other things at the same time. I was just trying to get off and come back in on the website and the app. So I'm just waiting for it to get us to 30 seconds because it's still kicking me out. I'm not sure what's going on. So yeah, I apologize, y'all. I apologize. I promise you I do. Just not sure what's going on. But anyway, as I was saying about the storm, FEMA is reporting 230 people that has perished in the wake of the storm. And like I said, we're not talking about what we should be talking about before the storm because we got dumbasses in government and dumbasses that want to be in government that's causing all kind of chaos and confusion in the wake of this storm and in the wake and at the expense of people who are suffering. People who are suffering, people who don't have homes right now, people who don't have resources, people who don't have food, water. We got dumbasses like Trump, Mike Johnson, and Ron DeSantis, the governor of Florida, that's playing politics with people's lives and people's livelihood and people's well-being. They don't give a fuck about nobody. And I say it, and I say it out loud. Trump, Mike Johnson, who is the Speaker of the House, is the one I'm speaking about. They don't give a fuck about y'all. They don't give a flying fuck about y'all. And still, some of you dumbasses is going to go out and vote for these people to put them back in office, and they don't give a fuck about you. And what's happening is, starting with the orange idiot. The orange idiot has politicized this whole storm situation. Ever since the Hurricane Helene came through, he has made it all about him. He has been making up lies about the recovery process. He has been in places where he's not welcome. He has made it difficult for rescue crews and the first responders to get in and do what they have to do, because what he did was he went to South Carolina, where they told him, don't bring your dumb ass here because we don't have the resources to keep you safe, if you will. And we need these resources to help these people that are suffering right now. We need these resources to help find people that has died in this storm. And we don't need you coming here to take away from that. But because it's all about him, which you dumbass is still going to vote for him. He made it all about him, and he went there anyway. So now, instead of the first responders having to look for survivors and also look for the dead, and also stay out of the way of emergency vehicles and this, that, and another, he took those resources away from these cities and these towns that he went to, so that they can watch over his dumb ass. Because it takes a collective effort between the feds, local police departments, and the whole nine to orchestrate a visit by a presidential candidate. And now that, you know, two people have made an effort to take him out, he has more detail than the normal candidate, if you will. So he's been, double protected. He's requiring double the resources, and he don't give a fuck. He don't give a fuck. He said, "Fuck y'all. I'm gonna do what I want to do. I don't care if you have the resources. I'm just gonna show up, and I'm gonna show my ass, and it's all about me." And that's exactly what he did. And then he lied about the resources. He lied about Governor Kemp in Georgia. He said that, the Biden administration wasn't taking his calls, and then he lied about the situation in Carolina, and now the lie is, the lie in Georgia was, they're not getting the resources that they need or whatever, and he said that Biden was not taking his calls, that the governor was calling Biden, and Biden wasn't taking his call. So the governor had to come on and say Trump is full of shit, and I'm paraphrasing at this point. My bad. My bad, y'all. My bad, y'all. I was looking at some breaking news, and I'm just gonna throw this out there and get back on the hurricane. But it's been reported. It's been the allegation, which I already knew was going to come out at some point, because okay. But anyway, my bad, y'all. My bad. I apologize, but this is interesting, which I'm touting it to be true, even though it's alleged. It's an allegation that's just coming out. But anyway, guess who they're reporting now? Who's at one of his freak off parties? You guys right, the orange idiot is being reported. It's been alleged in court documents. So I'm not saying it's allegedly. That's the key word here, allegedly, but it is information that is in court documents as of today. So, but anyway, it's no surprise. But anyway, let's get back to the hurricane. We'll talk about that later. Join me on Morning Chronicles tomorrow morning. We'll talk about that. But anyway, Trump is lying about the response. He lied on the governor of Georgia, saying that Biden wouldn't take his calls, and the governor of Georgia had to come on TV and say, yes, he did. I talked to President Biden, and Biden simply asked me, what do I need? And Biden told me, whatever you need, I got you. And then even after governor came out and said that Trump was lying, Trump kept the lie going. that's the retarded part. That's the stuff that makes him a fucking idiot. Because regardless of who says and that regardless of the evidence or whatever, once he make up a lie, he's gonna stick with that lie regardless if there's videotape, if it's testimony, it don't matter. He's gonna stick with that lie, and the dumb fucks that follow him are gonna believe his lie, even though they see the truth. Same with South Carolina. The governor of South Carolina said, we're not we they're giving us everything that we need. They're giving up everything that we're asking for. But Trump is still carrying on the lie. Trump and JD Vance is still carrying on the lie. They are playing with these people's lives. 230 people has died in this storm, and they are making it a political statement, trying to say that they are making it about the Biden administration not doing what they supposed to do versus talking about these lives that has been lost, talking about rebuilding, helping these people rebuild, talking about getting these hospitals back up and running, getting these city governments back up and running. They're not talking about any of that. It's all about Trump trying to make it a political statement and make a political position on these people's suffering. And I gotta say, you dumb fucks out there still gonna vote for him. Now, for people that are in Florida, Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, Tennessee, after seeing this and after hearing this and after seeing what he's doing, and you still want to go out there and vote for him, that makes you a fucking idiot. That's all it does. It makes you an idiot. So, and now we have Trump and Vance you got those two idiots that are carrying on these lies or whatever. Now you got DeSantis that's entering his dumb ass in the picture. Instead of him doing what's necessary to protect the people of Florida, he don't give a fuck about y'all either. Yeah, he don't give a fuck about none of us. He's just my bad, y'all. I'm trying to keep up with the reports. But DeSantis is playing politics with your life, the people of Florida. Right now, the people down in north, the middle and north part of the peninsula, of Florida, is facing a hurricane that is going to hit Wednesday night. As far as the eye, it's going to hit Wednesday night, Thursday morning. Right now, this storm is breaking all types of precedents, breaking all types of records as far as the millibars, the pressures, the wind speeds. It came up over 90 miles an hour in 24 hours, which only a couple of storms in history since they've been measuring those type of measurements. It's only been a couple of storms in history to advance that quick. The storm has came all the way to a Category 5 storm. I'm sorry, I'm looking at reports, so y'all bear with me. My apologies. But anyway, people down there, between Tampa, actually you can say between the Florida Keys all the way up to the Big Bend area, Lake City, Perry, Florida, there in the Big Bend, all of that area is in jeopardy of this storm, taking on the wrath of this storm. DeSantis is throwing his political hat in the ring, because it's been reported that DeSantis is not. He decided he don't want to take calls from Vice President Harris, even though Vice President Harris is calling him in efforts to get ahead of the situation, to find out what the state of Florida needs. What they need, and he's been an asshole. So he don't give a fuck about us, and I mean us as Floridians. He don't give a fuck. He's gonna take this storm and politicize it, which is gonna leave people in Florida in peril because they're not going to have the resources that they need, because DeSantis is putting MAGA over your life. He'd rather stick with MAGA and not break with the MAGA idiots by talking to the other side of the aisle. He'd rather do that versus making sure that you have what you need to get through and get by after this storm passes through. That's what kind of asshole he is. But let me read what's being reported in that regard. It said Vice President Kamala Harris tears into MAGA Governor Ron DeSantis for refusing phone calls from her and President Joe Biden as Florida recovers from one hurricane and prepares for another. DeSantis is putting politics over people. This is a quote. Moments like this of crisis, nothing should really be the moment that anyone who calls themselves a leader says they're going to put politics aside and put the people first. Harris said when questioned by the reporters about DeSantis' shameful behavior. This is quote, people are in desperate need of support right now, and we're playing political games at this moment in these crisis situations. These are the height of the emergency situations. It's just utterly irresponsible and it's selfish, she said. And it's about political gamemanship instead of doing the job that you took an oath to do, which is to put the people first. According to CNN, we reached out to DeSantis multiple times since Hurricane Helene hit, but the governor has refused to talk to her. Biden visited the state last week, and damaged DeSantis refused to see him. So this dumb fuck, this idiot, won't even meet with Biden or Harris. Won't talk to him, won't meet with him, because if he do, he break in with MAGA. That's why he won't talk to him. He'll be breaking with MAGA, and he can't disrespect MAGA. Fuck y'all who are in the situation where either you have been affected by Helene or you're about to be affected by Milton. That's Hurricane Helene and Hurricane Milton. Fuck y'all, according to DeSantis. He don't give a fuck. Clearly, DeSantis is far more interested in pandering to the Republicans who hate Biden and Harris than in actually doing his job. This should be a bipartisan effort. Yeah, so that's what. As a matter of fact, if you want to read that just for yourself, I'm going to post that on my page for people to look at and see exactly how fucking disgusting DeSantis is, how evil he is as the governor of Florida. But yeah, these dumbass Republicans are playing politics with people's lives, and it's just not cool. It is not cool, no matter how you look at it. In a time of crisis, when the people of your city or your state are suffering or about to suffer, especially in the wake of a hurricane, we know it's coming. We know the devastation that it can cause. It's just a matter of what's going to remain after the storm passes over. I'm thankful. I'm thankful. I'm thankful that I'm not in the path of it, but I hate it for the people that are. I wish it wasn't happening at all. But there are people in the path of this storm, and DeSantis and Trump are trying to make a political statement versus looking out for the people. And that's just as disgusting and as despicable as you can be. So, but for you people down in the Southern Peninsula, Northern Peninsula, South of the Peninsula, like I say, anybody from down Miami area all the way up to the Big Bend area, you're going to see some cause and effect there in regards to this storm. But I need you to be safe, be strong, be smart, do what you need to do. If you got to get out, get out. If you got to get out, get out. So, I hate that it's part of living in Florida, unfortunately, but you can't doubt climate change, because these storms are unprecedented. These storms are worse than they have ever been in life. The development, the way these storms are forming now is like no other that it has been in the past. They're intensifying. They're more frequent. It's just a whole nine, and you can only attribute it to climate change. That's all you can do is attribute it to climate change. And there's nothing else that you can blame it on. The warming of the atmosphere itself. The waters are warmer than they have ever been on average. That's what fueled these hurricanes. That gives hurricanes the strength, the temperature of the waters, and the water temperature has been, all summer long. The water temperatures have been I'm gonna call it hot. But anyway, we're gonna hope for the best for everybody that's in the path of this new storm, Milton, and we're gonna wish wish for the best for those who have already been affected by the previous storm, Hurricane Helene, that affected those six different states. So, but anyway, and like I say, I wasn't even going to do a show today. I didn't think I was going to make it. So as far as formally, and I apologize. Normally, I am prepared. I am completely prepared, but I did not prepare today because I did not think that I would be doing a show today. So did I format my show? Did I come up with all my topics or whatever? No, I did not. Because again, I wasn't going to do a show today. So right now, I'm looking at the report for this hurricane, and right now it's packing winds of 180 miles an hour. As it moves towards Florida, once it gets close to Florida, it's a Category 5. It's supposed to come down to a 4, probably within a couple hundred miles from the coast, and then by the time it hits landfall, it's supposed to be down to Category 3. But that doesn't make it any better, because a Category 3 storm is still catastrophic. It's still going to cause power outages. It's still going to cause you to be without water. It's still going to cause you to be without resources. It's still going to cause flooding. It's just going to cause that storm surge. All that is still going to happen. So it's still going to be bad. And anybody that's in the path, I urge you, while you still have time, it's Monday. The storm's supposed to hit Wednesday evening, Thursday morning. You have time right now to make your way north, to get out of the past. You can't go south. It ain't too many places you can go south because uh, it, as far as the Miami area, what have you, you're going to feel some effects, but is it a place that I would run to if I'm in the Tampa or St. Pete area? If I'm in Fort Myers, am I going to run to Miami, or if I'm going to go north? Me personally, I would choose to go north. But you make the best decision for you and your family. But I urge you to take heed and get up out of there, because you see what Helene did. Don't become a victim. 230 people have died in Helene. We don't need any more weather-related deaths. So, but you know what, y'all? Mentally, I'm spent. I'm spent. I've had a lot going on these last few days. Had a lot going on, and not just dealing with all the news that's being reported, all the dumb stuff that's being reported, and y'all know from time to time I need breaks from the news itself. And as far as doing the show today, I was almost, I was, even though I knew my day job calls and whatnot, and I kind of knew I wasn't going to do a show today. I was kind of relieved, if you will, that I wasn't going to do a show today. But in the wake of these storms, I felt like I had to do a show today because I had to get the information out as far as what's going on, as far as how your political leaders are approaching the storm and how they're handling the storm, and how they're giving misinformation about the storm and playing with human lives in regards to this storm. I felt like I had to come on and say something. But I was almost relieved because I was like, okay, I'm going to take a mental break from the news. I'm going to take a mental break from talking about the news. And but I couldn't do it because, again, I had to get the information out. But I'm mentally spent. I am mentally spent. And right now I'm looking at video of, I think it's one of the interstates is coming out of South Florida. It might be 75. It might be 75. But people are leaving. It's a slow moving traffic right now because of all the people that are getting up out of there. But people are leaving. But you got time right now. You have time to get up out of there. It may be a little slow because of traffic, but you have time to get up out of there. I was going to talk football tonight, but I'm not. Again, I'm mentally drained right now. I'm mentally drained because I'm overly concerned about people understanding what's going on in today's society. I'm over concerned about people lying about dumb stuff to where, the truth is good enough. You don't have to lie about it. I'm talking about the orange idiot and the MAGA idiots that are giving misinformation out to the people, even in the wake of this storm. And it's just disgusting that they are using people's lives to make a political stance, if you will, or to try to get people to buy into their bullshit. But yeah, my brain is spent right now. I apologize for not being fully 100% on the show tonight. But again, I wasn't planning to do a show, so I did not produce a show because I didn't think I was going to make it. But I got 15 minutes left on the show. We're going to take this 15 minutes, and I'm just going to let you guys know that appreciate you listening. I really do appreciate you listening. But we're going to go ahead and wrap up the show. Thursday night is going to be another toss-up on Thursday night. If I'm able to do a live show on Thursday night, I will keep you posted on that. It may be another game time decision on Thursday night, but if I can get on Thursday night, it's the storm may have passed by then. So, I'll be reporting, in the meantime, reporting on what's going on with the storm. Just stay tuned for the Morning Chronicles. I'm still going to try to do Morning Chronicles through, at least 2 or 3 times a week. So stay tuned for that. And that normally morning chronicles are from about 7:10 to about 7:30, 7:25, somewhere in there. We're gonna get 15, 20 minutes in there. 7:10, and I found it convenient to do that because I know I have to go out to work and I have to drive to work. My commute to work is about 25 minutes, and 15, 20 minutes of that I just, instead of sitting listening to stupid people on the radio or what have you while I'm driving, it's best to, find a topic and talk about a particular topic that people need to know about and put that information out in my Morning Chronicles. So, I'm doing that for you guys. I'm not doing it for me. I'm not doing it for me. I'm doing it so that you guys can have the information about certain topics, the correct information about certain topics and whatnot. So, but I'm gonna go ahead and end the show tonight. Thank you so very much for joining me right here on the Ttwg. If I hadn't been as upbeat as I should normally am, my apologies. My apologies. I'm just mentally drained. And my apologies to you. Next time I come on, I'll be on my P's and Q's. And we'll talk about these issues as we always do. If I step on your toes, just say ouch. Don't get mad, just say ouch. You don't want me to step on your toes, clean your feet. Clean your feet and get them out the way. So, but once again, thank you so very much for joining me right here on the Internet Radio on the Ttwg. Hopefully we'll see you Thursday. If I don't talk to you on Thursday, if you're in the path of the storm, you stay safe. Take heed to the warnings and the advice given by the local officials and the emergency management there in your particular city or town, what have you. Pay close attention to what you need to do, because we don't need any fatalities through this storm. It's going to be bad, but y'all hang in there. Y'all be tough. Y'all be safe. Get out of there if you can. Get out if you can. Don't hang around for this. So, thank you for listening. 4 years strong. We're still counting. Appreciate you. Y'all have a good evening.